right, well, hello everyone. We're going to do the demo for the mixer, batter, mixer, and dispenser. There we go. I've got the word right. Here it is in all of its glory. It comes with all of these different parts, and I'm going to talk to you about what they are. So here's the main container, and it does have measurements on the side. It goes up to 4 cups. This bottom piece right here is what seals the bottom, and I'll explain that in just a little bit, why that's necessary. And then here's the plunger mixer part. And let me show you a little bit. I'm going to take it apart now because it's not a mess. And how this works is that this little piece, this screws off. So this little paddle thing screws off. And this is what sets into the top. And then you have a spring. All of these come off, by the way. I don't know if you can see it, a little spring. And then this little plate here. When I wash it, every once in a while, I'll take the whole thing apart and wash the spring and this little plate as well. This plate goes down, and it needs to have the long side. By the way, this all comes with the use and care directions. And then the spring, and then this piece clicks into the top, and it tightens so that all of those pieces are in there. Now, that little plate and the spring is what allows you to pump the batter into your container or your pan or whatever it is that you're using. All right, so that's a little complicated, but it really works well. See, my oven's ready. That's what that is. What we're going to make today is we're going to make strawberry blondies. It's a recipe that's in Pampered Chef and on the Pampered Chef website, which, by the way, those recipes are awesome. If you have anything that you're looking for and want to learn how to make it, check out the pamperedchef.com and go to recipes, and you will probably find something. All right, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to take the strawberries that I have. We needed 12 strawberries, and I've taken them and I've rinsed them in this colander, which is the Easy Read colander. I love this thing, it's really helpful for things like beans, when you want to rinse a can of beans, or when you want to rinse anything like berries or anything small, grapes, those kind of things. Let me take a quick thing of water here. So I have 12 strawberries that I have cored, and I just want to show you this great little tool too. This is called our core and more. This end is a round kind of cutting end, and then this end is the huller. And so what I have done, and I've just saved one to show you, is I have this strawberry here, and I just take this little piece and I pull off the top. And if I'm feeling very adventurous, I'll go in, reach in, and I can pull out the stem. All right. So that's what this little piece does on the end. I don't know if you can see it. It's got some ridges, some edges on it. And then this side I use for coring anything I need to seed. Like if I'm seeding a cucumber, or if I'm taking the seeds out of a squash or anything like that. This end is nice and sharp. Well, it scrapes it really, really well. So here are our strawberries. They're ready to go. Now, the next thing that was on the list for what should I demo for you is our manual food processor. And that's what this is. This is our manual food processor. And it comes with a lid, which is nice, because if ever you make salsa or you do any kind of guacamole or anything like that, you can, if you don't eat it all, you can store it in this container here. It comes with these blades, which is very sharp. 3-blade. I'll put it in front of the cabinet so you can see it. And then this is your pump end, your pump handle. Now, everything is dishwasher safe except this. This I just rinse or wipe off the top. You don't want to get water inside of here. There is a trick to getting it out, and if you have that kind of trouble, let me know, and I can help you on that. But what we're going to do is we're going to take 6 of these strawberries. 1, 2, these nice big ones. 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm going to put the lid on, and I'm going to process them. And as you can see, they're getting chopped up. We want them really fun, because this is going to have to go in through the batter dispenser. Okay? I don't know if you can see that, but that's getting nice and chopped. I have this one strawberry that doesn't seem to want to cooperate, so we're going to help it cooperate. Okay, the other thing I'm going to do right now is I'm going to scrape down these edges just to make sure that we're getting everything nicely chopped. And at this point, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some white chocolate morsels that I have heated up. that I have melted in the microwave. Actually, they got a little crumbly, so this might actually work a little bit better. So we're going to go ahead and put those in there. We're going to process those with the strawberries. All right, here we go. You see that? That's how that's working. If I had to fast forward, I would go ahead and put that on here. I'm just pumping it up and down. And as you might be able to see, you see how nice and pureed that is? So I do know, and it smells really good. It smells like chopped up strawberries. I do know that I have a friend who uses this to make baby food. She uses this to chop up things, puree things nice and fine. This isn't going to get as fine as an electric food processor for sure, and it's not going to get as fine as a blender, which you know how much I love the blender if you saw that earlier video about the Alfredo. But here we go. Here is our strawberry and white chocolate morsel puree. I'm going to go ahead and take this blade out of here. All right. So let me just check my recipe here real quickly. All right. Now, what we're going to do is to our batter mixer and dispenser, we're going to go ahead and put in our wet ingredients first. So we have a cup and a half of melted butter, right? Is that right? No. 3/4 cup, 1.5 sticks. That would be a lot of butter. It's a lot of butter anyway. Okay, so we're gonna pour that in. And the reason we have that silicone piece that's now at the bottom is that there's a little bit of a, what do I wanna call it? Sort of an opening that opens up when we hit the plunger and it pushes the stuff out. So we have that in there. I've got 2 eggs, so I'm going to go ahead and put those in here. All right, so we've got our eggs. And now I need butter, eggs, sugar. So we've got a cup of packed brown sugar that we're going to put in it. I wanted to show this guy to you guys. This is the brown sugar keeper. It comes in a set of 2, and these are really great for keeping your brown sugar nice and soft. So I've got a packed brown sugar, and I like using a 1/2 cup at a time just because it fits in the batter thingy better, so you don't get it all over your counter. All right, so there's our brown sugar. We put that keeper back in there. You don't have to soak it or anything like that. It's just that terracotta piece keeps that brown sugar nice and soft. Okay, so we've got our sugar. To process it, I have the butter, sugar, and strawberry mixer. Okay, we've got to add some vanilla. This is vanilla I make myself, actually. This is some vanilla bean that I have. As you can see, I've got some vanilla beans in here, and this is vodka. And so what I do is I fill up my little jar, put the beans in here, and then fill it up with the vodka, and let that sit for about a month. And then I use it. It's vanilla extract. So I need a tablespoon. These are our lovely adjustable measure scoops. So when you're cooking, you only need these, which is nice. So this is the tablespoon, and this is the teaspoon. We're going to use this in just a little bit for some baking powder. But I need a tablespoon of vanilla. So here I go. There's my tablespoon of vanilla. I'm going to go ahead and stopper that back up. I found these little bottles at the Container Store. Oh, it's a bad place for me to go, but anyway, it's a fun place to go. So, all right, I have my vanilla. Just make sure I've got everything: butter, sugar, eggs, vanilla, and strawberry. So now we're gonna go ahead and pour this in here. All right. So our strawberry is all in there. Ooh, that looks like a mess. Okay, so now I'm going to add the flour, baking powder, and salt. Okay, so I have here a 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour, and I've poured it into this container. This is our silicone measuring cups. I will be honest, it's really hard to read. There are measurements on the side. They're very hard to read, but what I love about them is I love that you can kind of control whatever you're pouring in and out of things. They're also microwave safe, so that is what I melted the butter in. This is that middle size, and it's also what I melted my white chocolate morsels in. So as you can see, there's sort of 3 sizes here, and they're really nice, and they actually come with lids, so they're another fun thing to be able to, if you need to store things. And they nest for easy storage. All right, so those are the silicone measuring cups. All right, so here we, look at it looks like a Neapolitan. We've got the chocolate on the bottom and the straw. Okay, I'm getting distracted. All right, so we have this. I need to get some baking powder in here. This is where my teaspoon, multi-measuring spoon comes in. I need a 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. Let's make sure we do that first. 1/2 teaspoon. Yep, 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. And then a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. I know this is the rule. You should never pour your ingredient over your container that you're pouring everything into, because if it goes everywhere, you have no way to control it. But I'm living a little risky today. All right, so now this is where the fun comes in. So everything, as you can see, is in our container here. Now, I'm going to put this down, and as you can see, this slides down, and it clicks into the top. We're going to find our happy spot there. Okay, and now we're going to mix. I'm going to mix it, and I pull up the mixer thing, and I keep turning it a little bit. And as you can see, everything is getting nice and mixed in. Let's get some of that flour down in there. There we go. All right. You see how that's all mixing in together? Now, this will hold a, I love it for brownies, because brownies can tend to be really sticky and kind of a bit of a mess. This will hold a whole container box of brownies for that 12 by 13, 9 by 13. That's a lot of brownies. 9 by 13 family size, and I'll use that when I use my brownie pan, which we're going to use here in just a second. And then a whole cake mix for making cupcakes, muffins. Now, you don't want to have things that are too, like for blueberries, for instance, they will not fit through the little bladder part. That's the word I wanted, at the bottom when you're pushing it out. But anything kind of smaller than sprinkles is usually what they say. So you don't want anything really big, but you can always, mix in the blueberries after you put them in the pan. But it's really helpful for having, for not making a mess. I mean, because, all right, now here comes the tricky part. So what we're going to do is I'm going to pull my, it looks nice and mixed up. So I'm going to pull my mixer all the way up. I'm going to raise it up. And as you can see, it's a little drippy, but what we're going to do is I'm going to scrape that off on the sides here. Okay. And then, shake it out a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and put this piece on it. Okay, so now what this does is now this turns into a plunger. Put it at a little bit of an angle, because you want to get all of that the air out. Put it back down. Woo, let's taste it. It's good batter. Okay. Oh, that's going to be tasty. Okay, here is my brownie pan. Now, on the side here, there are 3 dots. You may not be able to see them. The smallest dot is 2 tablespoons of batter. That's what you dispense. The middle one is 3 tablespoons. Big one is 4, or 1/4 cup, or what is perfect for filling in our brownie pan. We just came out with last season brownie bite pan. So this has 12 compartments. That one has 24, and they're those nice little squares. And that's what you would use the smallest dot for. Okay. So I'm going to now take off my bottom here. It's on my largest dot, and I'm going to go ahead and squeeze, and squeeze, and squeeze, and squeeze, and squeeze. As you can see, it's dispensing it perfectly into my brownie pan. All right. Ooh, a little bit of drip there. And as you can see, when it gets to the end, this is why you want to get a lot of that air out. Okay. So there we go. That one needs a little bit more. This is when I go and kind of fill in some of the spaces here. All right. And there we go. And that is now done. Now, like I said, all of this is dishwasher safe. You can put all of this into the dishwasher, and as you can see, my batter has been fully dispensed into my brownie pan here. I do have a little bit of drops, but I'm just going to take my finger and kind of clean those up and get those out of the way. Okay, now we have a few more strawberries left. Remember, there was 12 and we only processed 6 of them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these strawberries, slice them, and put them on as decoration on top of my strawberry blondies. So now, the other 2 things I had offered to demonstrate, and you guys didn't even want to see them, which makes me a little sad because they're my favorites, is the quick slice, which I'm going to show you right here. All right, this is one of my favorite tools. Here's my base, and as you can see, it's got these different slots. By the way, this is our flexible cutting mat. This is crazy old. I've had it forever, but I love it because, you know, it's flexible. And just like me. No, okay. And then, okay, so, and then this, I don't know if you can see it, but the blades are actually V-shaped. So they start up high and they come down like this. And so they fit into the slots. Now, watch this. You can slice, I'm going to do 3 of them this way. You can slice a quart of strawberries in very, very little time. So what I'm going to do, I've got 3 strawberries. Nope, I don't want them that way. This is when you can take a look at the slots and see if you're slicing the things way you want to slice them. Okay, I'm going to push down and voila. Look at my lovely sliced strawberries. Isn't that wonderful? All right, so I'm going to lay these on top of my blondies. I'm going to lay them on top of 6 of them. I'm going to do a little bit of decoration here. Kind of this one needs, I think, needs 2 slices. That one needs that top there. All right. Whoops. And so there we go. This, I love this quick slice for peppers, for like when you're slicing peppers, because what you can do then is you can slice them one way, lay them out and slice them again, and you've got a dice, which is lovely because they're all the same size. I don't know if that makes a difference for what you're doing, but that's kind of nice. Kind of makes them all uniform. Now, the second thing I offered to demonstrate was the closing cut. And I'm going to show you this real quick with my other strawberries that I have left. The closing cut has 2 plates, and these plates are spring-loaded. So whatever you put in the middle, it's going to, whatever you put inside of it is going to midify? No, that's not the right word. Anyway, it's going to find the middle when you use this. So I'm going to use these for strawberries. Now, it works best with things that are more uniform, like, say, grapes, or anything that's round like that, mushrooms. But these are a little, I tried to find ones that were the same size, but oh well. So what you do then is you close the lid, you push it down all the way, and then you take your nice big knife. It actually comes in a set with the coated knife that works great for this. I slide my knife through, and voila, I have strawberries that have been sliced in half. Actually, that worked really well. I'm very pleased with that. Okay, here's my nice big one. Now that got a little cockeyed. I don't know if you can see it, but hey, it's sliced. Now, I have not tried it yet, but I have heard one of the things they recommend this for is for chicken breasts. So if you have those, you know, those sometimes they're just a little too thick and you feel like, how is this ever going to cook evenly? You can put a chicken breast in here and slice it directly in half. Bagels, you can also slice directly in half. Anything that you want to slice in half lengthwise. Like I said, a mess of grapes. It's always better to slice grapes when you're putting them in like a pasta salad or anything like that, and especially for kids, for little ones who are starting to eat grapes. You don't want to give them a whole grape because it might get caught in their throat because that's that nice wrong size for little throats. So that if you slice it, it makes it that doesn't happen. Also, they're easier to eat that way. Now, I know you can use 2 plates, put them together and put the knife through, but this just is nice because it does make it very even. And chicken breasts I'm gonna need to try that soon. But anyway, here's the closing cut. So that's the demo for today. Here are our strawberry blondies. Do you see them? Doesn't that look nice? I'm gonna go ahead and put it in a 350-degree oven for 18 to 22 minutes. And I'm going to take them out and I will post a picture of them when they're done. And One of the problems with demoing food when it's just my husband and I is we have 12 blondies that we're gonna have to eat over the next couple of days. So if you happen to be in the neighborhood and want to come by and try it out, I'll hand it to you outside the door. All right, thank you for watching this demo. I hope it was helpful for that batter mix and measure and pour and dispense, and it does all of those things, and it really is a great tool to have in your kitchen. I know it's sort of a specialty item, but if you do a lot of baking, if you do a lot of cupcakes and brownies and that kind of thing, it's a great tool to have. And I just wanted to say something. Part of why I love doing Pampered Chef is that a lot of these products I've been able to sort of collect over my 5 years, because they've either been things that I've earned, products that I've earned, like I earned this. It was one of an incentive one month. So I got it for free. And the closing cut I was able to purchase at a discount because I'm a consultant. Now granted, since I'm doing this part-time, mostly what I'm doing is just supporting my habit. But it is if you're looking for sort of that second stream of income, or a primary income even, it is an option for you, and I would encourage you to try it. It's a great company to work for. I have loved it over these last 5 years, and I know you will too. And hey, if you come and recruit under me, that means you get to be part of my team, and I get to help you out. So it would be a fun thing to do together. So I just wanted to let you know about that, and thanks for watching this demo. I know it's been a little bit long, but I wanted to show you a bunch of different things. So have a great rest of the day, and I'm going to put these in the oven. I'm sure they're going to smell great in just a little bit. All right, bye y'all. Thanks for watching.